So in this chapter, we're going to be working with the exponential functions and logarithmic functions. So we're going to start the calculus study of the exponential by just stating what the derivative of the exponential is. So when you have e to the x and you take the derivative, you get e to the x back. So the derivative doesn't affect e to the x. And as such, is going to become your favorite derivative because you don't have to do anything when you see that. And now if you have u being a function of x, then the derivative of e to the u is going to be e to the u right here. But since you don't have x but you have u, you have to multiply times u prime by chain rule. So this is just applying chain rule to the derivative of e to the x. So let's calculate a few examples, and here we would have the derivative of f is going to be equal to, well, 7, just copy it. The derivative of the exponential, you copy the exponential, and then multiply times the derivative of the exponential. And that derivative of the exponential is -1. And you get -7 e to negative x. So let me go back to my expression here for the chain rule. The derivative of the exponential is the exponential itself, so you don't change anything at all for e to the u, times the derivative of the exponent. So let's try that in another example. So let's do this one right here. So in this case now I'm mixing two rules because I have a product of two factors. So when I calculate my derivative, I have to start by doing product rule. So derivative of the first, 4x cubed, times the second, e to the 7x. Then plus, copy the first, times the derivative of the second. Derivative of the second, derivative of the exponential is copy the exponential, times the derivative of the exponent. The exponent is 7x, and the derivative of that then is 7. And I can then reorganize everything by factoring. Notice that I have x cubed e to 7x, and then there's an x cubed as well here, times x of course. So I can always factor x cubed e to 7x. And what I'm left here is with a 4. And what I'm left here with is a 7. And there's an x left there. And that, if you want, you could write it as, put all the x's and the exponential at the end. So you could write it as x cubed, 7x plus 4, e to 7x. And you obtain your derivative. So firstly, product rule, which this is the derivative of x to the 4th. And this is the derivative of e to the 7x. And then I just reorganize all the terms. All right, let's do one more. So for example here, the derivative of this function is just one exponential raised to or e to a polynomial. So what you do, you copy that exponential, and then you multiply times the derivative of the exponent by chain rule. Derivative of the exponent is going to be 2x plus 3. And that gives you your derivative. I think those are all the examples I have. If you have any more questions, or if you would want to see more examples, let me know. I will gladly answer in the conference session or in the comments below. Thank you for watching.